behind the easel?
Oh, he's a bit husky this morning, and he wanted to apologise for it, but I'm like, let it out, let the phlegm out, Tom Hiddleston.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, darling, how are you?
I'm very well. I am a little bit chesty. It's definitely winter now.
It is, isn't it?
But that's all right.
It's going around.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
It means Christmas is coming.
Yay!
You know, it's that time of the year.
I think we've got 4 more weeks before we break up for Christmas. I think literally break up.
Wow.
Fall apart.
Like you're at the Radio 2 school.
Oh,
yeah.
How are you, darling? Congratulations. Since we last saw you, when I think you were talking about betrayal when you came in here.
Gosh.
You had a little baby, so congratulations to you both.
Thank you very, very much indeed.
Oh, it was joyous news when you see it and you think, love it when lovely things happen to good people.
Thank you.
And your lass looking amazing in the Christmas advert with Hannah Waddingham at the moment. Fabulous. How were the Evening Standard Awards last night?
Fantastic.
Oh,
fantastic.
Gosh.
It was lovely to be back with the theatre community.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's been a bit of a strange time with the pandemic and everything. And just to be around all those amazing actors, all those theatre makers, so many great shows. I mean,
so much. We're spoilt at the moment.
Yeah, we are spoilt. And London's an amazing city. It needs to be celebrated. What we give, people come the world over to see theatre in London.
Yeah.
And it was a real celebration of that.
Fantastic. Also, really excitingly, Rafe Fiennes and Indira Varma taking Beth out to Liverpool.
Yes.
The country as well, because that's the thing, because sometimes it's tough. People getting into London.
Get out of London.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll talk more in a bit about who won those awards, because there were some amazing moments last night. But hurrah, Loki is back.
He's back.
And we get to talk to you because it already started. And we're like, we're going to miss Tom because of all the strikes. But you've come to see us.
We're
Hooray.
here. Yeah.
So, God of Mischief is back.
Still there.
What can you tell us? Because I'm always scared when I've seen episodes that I will give too much away.
Okay.
And we'll have I'll spaghettify
at
any moment. What can you tell us about where Loki's at in season 2?
Well, if you haven't seen any of it yet, I will say season 2 starts almost exactly where season 1 ended. And season 1 ended on a huge cliffhanger. I think I can talk about season 1, which is Loki came back to the TVA and he ran into Mobius, played by the great Owen Wilson, and B-15, played by the great Wumi Masaku, and they didn't know who he was. Terrifying. So he's in a sort of, fragmented reality. And season 2 just starts with that kind of confusion. What's happened? What's happened to time? Time has been fractured and somehow destabilized, and he's terrified of the consequences. And then, he sort of gets Mobius back on side and B-15 back on side, and everyone, to bring it full circle, is kind of re-examining and redefining their glorious purpose in this show. Yeah. It's always about, with Loki, it's always about, because in Avengers he comes down and he says, I'm Loki and I'm burdened with glorious purpose. And I think in season 2, he gets a chance to rethink and redefine that purpose. Yeah,
I do. It's the greatest saying, glorious purpose. It's so good. We've all got a glorious purpose.
You've got a glorious purpose. It's Monday. You should open the show with that every day.
I'm not sure my glorious purpose is that glorious on a Monday morning, Tom, but we'll take that.
You're doing very well.
Thank you very much.
Where I'm standing.
Thank you very much. Tell me about Owen Wilson, by the way. I've been obsessed with the man since Bottle Rocket. I think that's the first thing I ever saw him in.
Yes, his first thing he ever did.
How is it to work with him? What is he like as a chap?
He's so brilliant. I will say that. As he's so committed and inventive as a writer, because actually Bottle Rocket he wrote.
Of course he did.
And kind of was accidentally in it. And so he always talks about saying, I didn't really, I kind of came into this as a writer, and then all of a sudden I was an actor. And he's got such a brilliant, every time you give him a scene, he'll sort of absorb it and process it and then remix it in his own Owen Wilson way and come out with just the most incredible, spontaneous lines, which you realise could never be written down, could only have come from the head of Owen, right here, right now. Did we shoot it? We got it? Great. He's just so funny, and I've loved working with him. I've really enjoyed it. 2 years now. The first season was across COVID, and so we were very close. And we're kind of interested in the same things. He loves tennis, and he loves London. He loves being over here as a real Anglophile. And he's gets on his bike and goes and sees all the sights, and it's like, have you been to this place? And I was like, yeah, been there. And yeah, we had the best time. Best time.
I'm so glad to know that he's kind of everything you hope
he absolutely is. Yeah,
actually,
yeah, he really is.
Because I am slightly obsessed now. Uncontrollable warping, time slips.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, right, where are we now? If I'm watching it with Woody, who is like, Mom, come on, keep up. We're here, we're there. I'm like, right, okay, I know where we're at. I love the fact that there's a golden arches.
There are some golden arches. Yes. Yeah.
I love all the different eras as well, because I mean, it's just a delight for production design, isn't it?
And the production design is maybe the best production design I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, big respect to Kasra Farahani, our production designer. But the whole thing is like, if you're doing a series about time, the fun bit is going into different periods and different time zones. In the first series, we went to Pompeii, and Loki was sort of telling everyone that Vesuvius was about to erupt, and they were looking like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And I think the golden arches actually came from Sofia Di Martino. I think we were sort of scratching our heads going, okay, Sylvie has never had any free will, and she's now got it, and she's got time on her hands. What does she do? And she said, like, I think she goes to McDonald's and just, has everything on the menu, because she could choose for the first time. Yeah, so there's some apple pie. It was hilarious. Also because it's 1983
or something.
And there was the production design, and it was like going back in time. The same chairs, the same little plasticky play zone. It was,
because I remember back in the day, Tom. I mean, you're too young to remember this. It was such a treat to go to that place.
No, I remember.
It was like people had birthday parties there, back in there, and it was like a big deal.
Yes, I remember.
And now it's kind of an everyday thing. Okay. Do you like an apple pie, by the way, from the Golden Arches? Just checking.
It's been a while since I had one.
It's one of my favourite things. I have to say, I do love other. But look, we'll talk more about Loki, which of course is on Disney Plus. You can catch up now. Can you watch all? No, they're not all there yet, are they?
They're all there.
They're all there now.
They are all there. Season 1 and season 2.
No spoilers, please,
I'm
Tom.
very careful about those spoilers.
Take that. Zoe, how amazing does Tom sound? Always sounds gorgeous. His voice is like being wrapped in velvet today, says Kate.
Goodness me.
Can you keep the chestiness, I think, is what she's saying. Tom, bless you for trying to hold the cough in. Let it out. They used to have a cough button in BBC Studios, and I don't think we have it anymore, do we?
I could be the cough button for today, if you like.
Tom Hiddleston sounds like Bob Harris this morning, says 918 on the text.
Wow.
This is what they think you sound like this morning, Tom.
The thing that always bound us together was the passion we both share for new music.
If you talk about country music,
yes,
Tom,
and he's got a great show, I know, yeah.
It's a great show. I love that you listen to radio too, bless you.
It's the best.
It is the best.
Yeah.
It is the greatest. Let's talk about Ke Huy Quan has joined the cast as well.
The now Oscar-winning Ke Huy Quan. Yes, he won an Oscar this year for Best Supporting Actor for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which he was magnificent in. And he's just like a bundle of joy every single day on the set. He's so happy because he's had the most extraordinary journey. You must know he was a child actor, and he was in The Goonies and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Played Short Round, And I had to tell him, I said, look, we're the same age. I grew up watching you. You're amazing. And he was sort of overwhelmed, I think, because he had a difficult time in his later years as a young man. He felt there weren't enough roles for Asian actors, and he did all sorts of things. He went to film school, he went behind the camera, he was a stunt choreographer, and then he made this decision to come back into acting and be in front of the camera, and then won an Oscar. It's just extraordinary.
What a story.
And then we were so lucky because he came on, he wanted to come and be in Loki, and he was just magnificent. It was like he'd always been there. He was part of the show. He was, we have the set of Loki is very live in a great way, which is to say, if anyone comes up with an idea, it gets, somebody, you fly up the flagpole and we all think about it, and it doesn't matter where the idea comes from. It's which I love. It's so collaborative, and so it feels like a great team, and it doesn't matter where the idea comes from. And he understood that really quickly. And saw Owen and I messing around, and so he was like, oh, I think I can mess around too. And so our scenes together feel really playful, and he's just terrific. He's terrific. He's just a box of joy which you unwrap every day on set.
I've got this amazing image of little Tom watching little.
Yeah.
That's such a lovely idea.
I told him, and then I think there's actually somewhere in the show where Loki and his character OB are in a scene together. He sort of lives in this quite cluttered environment. Very stressful for me. I couldn't live in that. But he loves it. And somewhere there are 2 VHS copies of The Goonies and Temple of Doom.
We love those things. I know the
so
fans
sweet.
spot this. The fans must be loving the return. I know I've had loads of messages asking when you would be in, and people, just because they love the show.
Yeah, I love the character. I can't believe, truly, that I'm still playing it. And it's been, I signed on to play it 14 years ago, and even then it was just this great, complex, interesting, playful character. I thought, wow, I've never done this before. But I had no idea it would be 14 years of my life, chapter upon chapter of working with different directors and actors and writers and crew and traveling, and it's been a huge part of my life. And so it's really moving that I still get to do it.
Will there be more Loki?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I actually don't know. If this is goodbye, I'm really happy with where we've landed. But I also don't know that it's goodbye.
Okay. All right. There we go. He looks, can I just say, he looks very genuine as he says that. Sometimes you can tell when actors are, but then he is a very good actor. So what am I kidding? An amazing question has come in. Hey Zoe, please tell Tom how much we love The Night Manager. Loved it, obsessed.
Thank you.
Lots of people have been to New York and go, oh, look, that's where it was all filmed. My wife was so tense, she was shaking. There are rumours that there's a second series, Matt in Somerset. Is there any truth in this?
There are rumours, yeah. That's true.
There are rumours.
There are rumours, and they,
There's a sparkle inside, people. There's definitely
they do what rumours do. We'll see. Who at this point, who knows? I'm so thrilled to hear that you loved it, though. I loved making it. It's a great team.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie, Olivia Colman, Tom Hollander. Elizabeth Debicki. These, David Harewood. It's an amazing company of actors and a really good time. Yeah, we love making that.
Okay, so watch this space. ... Strictly. I know you love Strictly.
We are.
You've not seen Blackpool.
Mad about it. Haven't seen Blackpool. We weren't. We have missed it, but it's saved on the iPlayer.
I won't tell you anything.
Yes, it's been difficult to determine who is going to go all the way this year.
It really is. There's so many good ones. Who are you particularly enjoying, or maybe particular dancers that you've loved?
I think thus far, so I haven't seen Blackpool, I must say.
Okay.
I think maybe. Look, what do I know? I don't know anything about ballroom, okay? Just a disclaimer.
You're a good dancer.
Misspent youth in the 90s. But I think Ellie is maybe the most improved.
She's
extraordinary.
About that partnership with Vito,
it's pretty amazing. And then and it's really interesting because obviously Leighton and Nigel came out of the blocks really fast.
Yeah.
And were very impressive. You're like, well, these guys can dance, But then I think maybe the judges are a bit tougher on them because
they are really tough on them.
Because it's like, well, technique, ballroom, maybe you've got rhythm, but this is a ballroom thing, and which I respect. I don't know anything about it, but it's hard to see. It's hard to see, I think.
It is. Yeah. And it is. Well, I'll say nothing more.
Okay.
I thought somebody was massively undermarked and was quite cross for them. But the performances are so good.
Amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
It's great. Right, I'll say no more. I love that you're working. Now, before you go, talking of dancing, you've been going viral with your moves, filming Life of Chuck recently.
Oh, goodness,
I've just been handed a little video of you. What can you tell us?
Well, The Life of Chuck is a short story by Stephen King, which was published in 2020, so it's very kind of new as material, and it's being directed by Mike Flanagan, fantastic American director who maybe you've seen has done The Fall of the House of Usher most recently on Netflix, and The Haunting of Hill House, and Dr. Sleep. He's an amazing, prolific director, and particularly loves Stephen King. But this is more of a... I mean, the novel's out there, or the short story's out there, so you can go and buy it. But it's a really interesting structure, and I play Chuck.
Okay.
And there is some dancing in it.
Tom Hiddleston dancing
probably
with joy.
See in the clip. But yeah, it's an interesting way around it. It's I read it and just loved it immediately. I put my hand up and said, please, can I be in this? Please, please, please. And they said, yes, you can. Okay.
You can.
You can
okay.
come.
It seems like, yes, that was definitely something that was meant to be.
Okay.
Oh, Tom, it's so great to see you. And congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Enjoy being a dad. I hope you get some sleep. You can watch Series 2 of Loki on Disney Plus now. And come back and see us soon.
Of course I will.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
All the love, my darling. Enjoy Blackpool, by the way.
I will.
Message me if you think they were undermarked as well.
Okay.
Up in arms, Tom.